Are you involved with the social media end of it too, or do you have your phones on the bench?
Yeah.
What's going on when you're not in the game? You keeping your fans up to speed?
Oh, definitely. I think the team does a pretty good job with the social media aspect. So definitely the Facebook thing, and when we have a big win like last night, I think everyone gets excited about that.
Probably everybody went home and went on Facebook and we're talking to their friends. And how about you, Davidson? You keep your phone in your back pocket or in your gym bag and you're ready to pull it out?
Not necessarily during games, I'm usually in the game, so I'm not on my phone during the games. But after the games, I do follow the Dirt Dawgs on Twitter, and I do like them on Facebook. So, it's a good way of, understanding what's going on and what happened during the game, and so it's a good aspect of the tool to use.
I know, Ross, you're keeping score and providing stats to the league. Are you tweeting or are you on Facebook at the same time, or you just got too much going on?
I have too much going on. I'd like to be able to kind of do some live tweets during the game, but the website that I use to do the live stats, it also feeds the live game. So if you watch it online, the game cast, and so by the time I've fill out where the hit went and who hit it and whether it was a line drive or a ground ball, I'm already 2 pitches into the next at bat, and I'm asking the guy doing the radio if it was balls or strikes, try to get that right. So don't have any time to tweet or post to Facebook.
I mean, there is a lot going on at the side tables as far as keeping track of your official scorekeeper and keeping the fans involved with the scoreboard and everything. So a lot going on. I don't think people realize what's going on behind the scenes sometimes. What do we got coming up this weekend? I know we got some big games coming up, and probably some teams that just seem to keep playing the same teams over and over again. So what are we looking at?
We have 2 home games this weekend. Saturday, facing Old Orchard Beach at 6:35 first pitch. They were our first win of the season, so we're looking to kind of capitalize off them and get another win. And then Monday, we have the matchup of last Monday's walk-off win. We're facing the Seagulls Mavericks again, so hoping to get a couple wins this weekend at home. Both games are at 6:35.
I'm sure there'll be a little, the juices will be flowing for that game when they come back into town next Monday. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that, and maybe a little chip on your shoulder.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What else do we have coming up? I know we're involved with some off-field activities too, Ross.
Yeah, Saturday we have in downtown Leominster. It's called the Summer Stroll. A lot of players will be there. It's a half-mile walk. The players will be there to walk. Most of the team will be there. We'll also have a booth up you can buy merchandise, you can buy tickets. We have a game that night against Old Orchard, so we'll be selling tickets for that game there. Hopefully get some more people down at Doyle Field to root on the Dirt Dawgs. Very
nice. Now, we've been posing a trivia question to our fans and see who's following us and if they're paying attention. What do we have for a trivia question this week, Ross?
Well, at the end of the show, we do have this trivia question. You log on to dirtdogsball.com, and at the top there's a link called Outside the Doghouse. You click on that, and there'll be a little form. You just fill out the form, answer the question. It's dirtdogsball.com, and this week's question is, who hit the walk-off home run on Monday night to give the Dirt Dawgs the 10-9 win? So that's dirtdogsball.com, and who hit that home run with 2 outs to give the Dirt Dawgs the walk-off win, the 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning.
And we won't mention it anymore during the show, but we might refer to it again. Back to the players for a few minutes here while we have some time. Davidson, first off, do you have any superstitions or any procedures that you go through, either when you're in the field or when you're approaching the plate for an at-bat? Any particular things that you do or during your game prep?
When I'm going up to bat, I usually put my left batting glove on first, and then I put my right batting glove on second, and then I throw my pro hitter on my left hand, then I put my elbow guard on, and then my helmet. I just have to do it in that order. If I don't, then I feel really weird.
Now, pro hitter is
it's a thumb piece.
A thumb piece that helps grip the bat?
Yeah.
Okay. And Ross, how about you? Do you have any superstitions or procedures, things that you go through that you always do every single time?
Yeah, I think for me, superstition is definitely a big part of the game, unfortunately maybe, but they're always sort of evolving for me. So if I go, 4 for 4 one game, I'm going to try to do the exact same, preparation for the at-bats the next game and, try to mix that in. I know one of them was I ate a carrot before my last game and, had a pretty good plate appearances, so I'm going to stick with that one for a little while.
I saw also a superstition that has to do with you tapping home plate in a particular order. Do you make a particular sign around home plate, or is it just you go to the corners?
Yeah, I go to the corner, I go to outside corner, inside corner, and then I go to the back of the plate. And I think that just sort of helps me find out where I am in the box and, get ready for my bats, mentally.
I know I was talking with the director of baseball operations after the win last night, and apparently he's created his own superstition where he's not going to watch the ninth inning because the 2 games that you've won, he's walked out into the right field area and kind of went by the sound of the crowd. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think everybody comes up with their own little quirks, and if it leads to a win, then you like to continue doing the same thing over and over again as long as it's successful.
Definitely. Definitely. I think one of the things about that, too, is that, we keep winning the close games. And I think that's something we need to keep doing. And if we win the close games, we're going to be in a spot at the end of the season where we can, give it a run.
Well, all 3 of your wins have been 1-run games. The first 2 wins were games that you were leading at the end, and you were able to hold on. Still nail biters. 9th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs, and you were able to get that last out, which is good for the team because you hate to give up wins when they're right there in your grasp. I know how disheartening that can be. So you win those tough games. And that will lead to future success, I'm quite sure.
Definitely.
You don't want to make every game have to be a 3-run walk-off home run, though. That's a little tough on the heart over there on the sidelines. And I know that John, the owner, was pacing behind the scorer's table, and he was going through his own little procedure back there. I know he never gives up, and we're talking during the game, and he might have to pay a visit to his doctor if you keep putting him in those positions. I'm going to tell you that, just watching him. You might want to think about that if you want the team to continue. Ross, anything else with the social media or what we got coming up next week? And tell the people how they can catch us. What's the schedule for the show?
Well, we do have a couple of baseball camps coming up. The players will be there to provide, just help kids the ages of 6 to 12, some fundamentals. We have 2 weeks. 1 week is June 25th, 27th, and 29th. It's either $25 a day or $60 for the week. And the second week is July 9th, 11th, and 13th. We still have spots available. So if you have kids, grandkids, or friends that have kids between the ages of 6 and 12, you can go to our website, dirtdogsball.com. There's a link about the baseball camp, and you can print out the form and fill it out and send it in to us.
Now, the baseball camp is going to be held at Doyle Field?
Yes, and the players on the team will be providing support along with the coaches, and they'll be teaching the players their fundamentals and maybe things that they do to help them and just to teach the kids how to play the game right.
So it's basically instructional league and little league age kids. We're trying to get them off on the right foot
Yes.
and show them the right way to play baseball.
Yes, exactly.
I think that should be very successful. I hope the local Little Leagues, I know we're working closely with the local Little Leagues. We've had them at our field for a couple of games and had them on the field. That seems to be a very nice working relationship that John and the team has developed with the local organizations.
Yeah, it's a good partnership. We just want to be involved with the community, be involved, become a kind of a staple here in the community. And if we can get kids to look up to some of these guys here and get them involved, it'll just help to make the team and the league just better as a whole.
Just like to add, if you're catching us the first show of the week, Wednesday evening, we also have follow-up shows on Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. and Friday morning at 11 a.m. if you want to watch us more than once during the week and stay up to speed with what is going on with the Wachusett Dirt Dogs. Become a follower of us. Follow us on Facebook. The local newspapers have been very active in following the team. I know, Ross, we had a TV station from Worcester at the game on Monday night.
Yeah, and it worked out well because the person who hit the walk-off home run is from Holy Cross, which is in Worcester. So it was nice to have the local personnel there to see the player hit the walk-off. Yeah,
it's nice to see the local players do good in front of the local fans. I mean, that's what the Futures Collegiate Baseball League is built on, is the local talent and showcasing and what we have in this area. This part of Central Mass, it's been very popular with baseball in general, summer baseball. The Worcester Tornadoes started up 3 or 4 years ago, and then the minor league team up in Lowell, affiliated with the Red Sox. But even the adult leagues here in the Fitchburg, Lunenburg area, very popular.
Yes, yeah. So it's good to bring this team on and get some young college players just trying to live the dream. So it's good to have that. It's good quality baseball.
Yeah, I think as we get into the summer, we're going to see the fan base increase. I know if you guys keep winning games like that, and they're going to want to come out and join in the excitement. So let's just keep it on a roll here. Get some wins under our belt, a little winning streak, and I'm sure you have goals. Maybe talk about getting to 500 and then build on that, or do you kind of kick that around a little bit? How are you approaching the season as we're going forward here?
Yeah, I mean, getting to 500 is a big thing right now, and I think, as anyone knows, the second half of the season is really where it's going to matter. So I'm hoping right now we're just finding our stride, and when we hit full stride, we're going to go for it.
Sounds good. We look forward to seeing you and some more wins, and maybe we'll have you back on later in the season. Ross, anything you'd like to add?
I think that's it. Just want to thank Ross and Davidson for coming on here today and being on the show with us.
Thank
and
you.
I'd like to thank you also, and we hope to see you next week on Outside the Doghouse here with Ross and Bill. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.